the season opener. Appalachian State, the Mountaineers, come to the big house to take on the University of Michigan Wolverines. Notre Dame, Massey comes limping back to the sideline after getting cut down by Corey Lynch.
Well, at least they got two for Michigan in that family.
Hard a big hole. Stiff arms his way inside the 5.
Stephen Schilling at right tackle. That will do worlds of good for their confidence.
For the Wolverines on this first possession of the season, and they're going to try to get Hart to the end zone. He does.
And they did it the way Bo Schembechler would have loved it. They ran it over the big boy. Jake Long, number 77, the All-American tackle. Mike Hart, their All-American. And the spread has already forced Michigan into more of a nickel look, 5 DBs.
3rd and 4, they cash in on the 3rd down, and maybe more. Off to the races, and going all the way to the end zone, the speedster Dexter Jackson. He was a Southern Conference 200-meter dash champion, and he ran away from the Michigan defense.
And when I talked to people around the Southern Conference, what they told me is, one thing about Appalachian State, they can run. They're never intimidated by any one speed because they have it in spades themselves. We saw it on that play. Dexter Jackson. See if John Wiley, the coordinator, goes after him here.
Good protection for Henny. Steps up, delivers a strike to the far side. First down for Adrian Arrington to the 25. A gain of 17. Second down, Henny to throw. Jacks it off to Matthew. Touchdown, Michigan.
Shallow cross route. They brought Matthews in short motion towards the football. Then they ran him underneath because they took the other receivers and pushed them into the end zone.
Left tackle Apatello was shaken up on the last play. And here's a reverse the other way. A good block. And to the end zone. Did he get in? No. Shoved out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds, actually, before he got there at the 4-yard line.
Acatelli, the true sophomore, steps out of bounds about the 5-yard line with the left foot.
And now for the top of your screen. Slant. Catch made, and that is a touchdown for the Mountaineers. Hans Bedeshan, born in Haiti, moved to Miami, the only married player on this Mountaineer team.
I love the call by Jerry Moore because he flooded the zone with 4 receivers and was able to come inside, and then Bedeshan used great one. Let's see if Michigan can cover the same way.
They come flying down the field again, end over end punt. Jackson from the 30. Across the 40. And he is out of bounds at the 47. It looks like a late Michigan penalty.
Field position continues to change if this goes the way we think it's going to.
Late hit out of bounds, number 54 on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
That's Austin Pantry.
Timeout.
He's the junior college transfer.
5 receivers, 3 to the bottom of your screen. And the quick slant is Jackson. He'll run away from everybody. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And they are jumping up and down and celebrating on the Appalachian State sideline.
The spread makes you defend every inch on the field. And on that play, they ran what is called a rub route. I'm a former defensive back. That's a penalty.
And he's back to throw. Pump fake. Fired to Massey across the middle. And a first down for the Wolverines to the Appalachian State 40-yard line. A gain of 18. Charging from his free safety position. Henny out of his shotgun. Quick throw as he is drilled by Lynch. And incomplete. Michigan turns it over on downs. And Lynch.
We got the check from the sidelines to make the call.
Edwards going to keep it himself and another first down. Inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. You saw Edwards look to his sideline again, checking off, and he saw something there in another big gain. This electrifying sophomore quarterback.
Michigan ran a twist inside and actually opened a gap because there's no one to fill the hole.
Penny to Matthews, and he's to the 13-yard line. The clock continues to run. He did not get out of bounds, so it's under a minute. It does stop in a minute. So now the field goal from 13 yards out for Jim Gill, who has not kicked a field goal in a real game since high school in 2003. And bangs it right down the middle. You know he had the butterflies waiting until the final. Intercepted. First mistake of the day made by Edwards.
Rushed by the defensive line, and this was just a bad throw by Armonte Edwards. I think he thought
43-yard kick
from the 33-yard line.
And it's good. Well done by Gingell. Now down to 7. Here they come after Edwards. Steps up, throws to Hillary to the 15-yard line. And now Julian Roush will try from 31 yards out. And it is good. So Brian Quick, and look at the coaching staff. Edwards in trouble. And the ball is loose. And the Wolverines have recovered. It looked like Crable stripped it and John Thompson pounced on it. A huge play for Michigan.
Sean Crable's speed we spot. And he gets there and starts to play right there. Wraps it up, strips the ball free. John Thompson, his first time.
First and goal. Hart again. And into the end zone is Mike Hart.
So many times. So what's another, right? Mike Hart must not be hurt. So the question comes back.
So now they're going for 2 to try to get within a field goal. They're down by 5. And Hart is in the backfield. And he's checking off in the line of scrimmage in a 4-receiver set. And he bobbles the ball and will not get in. Senior year in Michigan and a chance to beat Ohio State, something this senior class has never done. A chance to win a Big Ten. And now Hart, the senior, still on his feet, cuts it back the other way. Hart to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! One man's drive and desire. None bigger on this Michigan team than Mike Hart.
The soul of this ball club. Shows it.
They'll get it to Minor, and he falls down. So for the second time today, the Wolverines fail on a 2-point conversion. Throw. Intercepted. Brandon Engelman.
See Edwards looking off and coming back to the other side, and this one is just a pass that's too far away for Corman to get to. Way to go for Appalachian State.
Sean Griffin, the snapper. Lesko, the holder. Gingell, the kicker. And that is blocked to the line of scrimmage. And they're telling him, don't touch it. Second down, they're coming after Edwards. And he gets it away, caught by Corman, dances away from one tackler, down the sideline to the 40-yard line. What an unbelievable run by Corman.
Make a big play on defense. Can Sean Crable do it again?
Edwards rolling left, throws across the middle, caught by Hillary all the way to the 5-yard line.
Now Michigan's got to think about timeouts because if Appalachian State runs it down, they'll have no chance to retaliate. Out of timeouts, so what you can do here...
That is a field goal.
They can't afford not to do it.
Russell Wilson, the long snapper. Hunter Stewart, the holder. Julian Roush, the all-time leading scorer among kickers in Appalachian State history. This is for one of the greatest upsets in the history of college football. And it is good. A 2-point lead for Appalachian State. There is still time, of course, for Michigan. Only down 2 with 26 seconds left.
And right now, the guys in the middle of the field, 47, Corey Lynch, 22, Leonard Love. A lot of pressure on them. They can't let anyone behind them.
Penny steps up, puts it in the air down the sideline, looking for Manningham. A flag is down. He caught the ball at the 20-yard line.
Now, what's the call? Is he going to call offensive pass interference? Because there was body contact between the two.
The penalty's declined. First down.
That's on Woze in a 46. Here we go. They're going to kick the field goal. It'll be Jason Gingell out of the hold of Mesco. Good snap. Good hold. And the kick is blocked. Appalachian State has stunned the college football world. One of the greatest upsets in sports history. Blocked by Corey Lynch.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.